Have you ever wondered why sometimes when you ask a question about business, you get a different answer to when someone else asks the same question? What I want to show you today is a tool that we use in our business that will also help you to understand where you are in your growth path, that really lets you see why it is that certain things are important to you that might be different to where someone else is in their business and what's important to them. We call this the Health Leader Ladder. And basically what we've done is we've looked at the journey that massage therapists take on their journey from very first starting out, having just been trained and stepping into business, whether they're working for themselves or for somewhere else, working right through to what you might consider the real top of the spectrum, the people who've been in the industry a long time and are true health leaders in the space. And what we've done is we've mapped out a ladder that people take moving up that pathway. And what we found, really interestingly, is that at each level on the ladder, there's different things that become important for you at that point to be able to overcome when you're going to step up to the next level. So for example, if you have a look, the very bottom rung of the ladder is people who have literally just started. They're usually earning $0 to $500 per week, so they're only seeing a handful of clients, if any. And their biggest thing that they have to overcome at that point is fear. And this is really the fear of, I've just stepped into this, can it really work? What am I doing? Literally just getting my feet wet in business, booking in clients, getting used to how the whole thing works. Once those fears are overcome, it naturally leads to needing to gather more clients, which is where number 2 is the explorers. These are the people who are starting to see how it might be able to work. Oh, I've had some experience now doing some things with different clients, and I can see that if I want this business to grow, what I really need right now is literally just more clients, getting more people through the door, grow that experience, grow the people who know who I am, grow the income to enable me to then take the next steps. The next step we call rising star. This is when you start getting busier and you might have a bunch of clients by this point, and you start realizing that as you've grown the number of clients that you see, this business is just starting to take up your whole life. There's so much time you're spending on things like bookings, and if you're still running a paper diary especially, there's so much time on the phone just getting people literally booked in. So it becomes very important at that stage to focus on systems and to get those systems in place so that you can do what you do consistently, easily, and with less time, so that you can spend your time doing what you like best, actually treating the clients, right? And once you've got systems in place, that's when you truly are getting into the successful category. This is where we see people reaching that first step of success, running an actual business that gives them the lifestyle and success that they want and need. And usually, for most people, this looks like maybe 2K per week to 4K per week turnover in their business. And they are systemized. They might even have a staff member at this point. They'll be exploring that kind of option. And really, we call it successful because it starts to feel a little bit easier. Things are ticking along. There's always going to be challenges, but things are starting to work. The machine is turning, the cogs are there. And at this point, in order to grow from there, becomes about profile. And what we mean by that is not just doing marketing that's getting bookings in like here, little hooks like fishing. Instead, we're growing our reputation of the clinic as well as you personally as a professional, growing the reputation of the team so that we can move up the level into scaled. Now, scaled is where you've got several team members on board, and maybe you're even starting to look at other ways of using the client base that you've got, providing more value to them in other ways, like workshops or having some online program that you create or products that you might be selling or developing. And that's why we call this product. Whether it's a physical product or something else that you're doing with those people, usually when we get to this level, we're looking at what else can we do? What else can we add into this mix to have an even bigger impact on what we're doing? And then if you successfully go past that, we're really into the industry leader stage. And these are the people that there's probably only a handful in the whole of Australia that are truly living at this level. 10K plus per week, if they're doing it well, that's the income that they could be earning. And they're doing a whole bunch of other stuff besides just running their clinic. They're setting themselves up as health leaders, doing trainings, doing workshops, doing all sorts of stuff. They're the kinds of people that are getting interviewed by magazines. Maybe they're even on TV every now and then. The people who are truly setting themselves at the top of the industry, at the top of the ladder. Now, the truth is, even if you don't have a plan yourself to ever get right to the top there, you might be happy to just say, look, my goal is really just to be successful, but you still need to work through the steps to be able to get there. And this is where the challenge side of it comes in, because you can't easily start and just go straight to successful. The natural way that it works is that you have to go step by step. You have to overcome your fears. You must learn how to get regular new clients in so that as you grow your systems, they make it so much easier and you can leverage that out even more and start building your profile and your reputation, which then makes the whole thing a lot easier as it cycles around again and again. So even if your goal is here or here or here, and you're starting at the bottom, have the big picture in mind and recognize that each stage you're at has its own challenges and its own learnings that you have to take on board to be able to move up just one level. So look at where you are, understand the things that you need to be doing right now, and keep your eyes on the big picture prize as well. I hope this has been useful for you. Anything that you are wondering where you are in this ladder now, or what it is that you specifically want to be able to focus on in your business, just get in touch. Just drop me a message on Facebook or fill in the form below, and I'll be able to help you identify where you are and where you want to go to next. Thanks for watching, and I hope this has been useful for you.